Here we go. Z, first one, and this is a guy you've talked about a lot. Time to gush. We've got Ivan Demidov.
Ivan Demidov is one of, if not the most enjoyable players to watch in this draft. The high-end plays that he makes literally every single time he steps on the ice. And by the way, these stats are already out of date again. Shocking. I think he scored the day after I sent you this, and he scored an absolute fucking howitzer today. Slap shot from the slot, top corner, no chance for the goalie. He, offensively, the definition of a game breaker. And every time he touches the puck, he wants to make a difference. He wants to make a highlight reel play. I've said this about a lot of top prospects. You want to talk about someone that goes Sports Center top 10 mode. Ivan Demidov is the poster child. The shit that he's able to do, the space he's able to manipulate with the puck, even just taking the puck off the wall, every time, I don't know how he does it, but he dances and slips through three different defensemen. Either will put it top shelf from the below the dot, no angle, or he will just put it on the tape for someone else. Elite playmaker. He's got a phenomenal shot, and he's useful defensively as well. He's not a guy that doesn't look to at least try in the defensive zone. More than that, he is a solid defensive forward. In terms of raw upside, I still put Celebrini in his own class, but Demidov is knocking on that door, and he honestly, in terms of just raw talent and upside, he might be pretty close, or just at least close to being on par with that upside. I think Celebrini is elite at literally everything, but Ivan Demidov is fucking unbelievable. So for me, it's an easy number 2. I put the tiers 2 to 4 because there's plenty of people who want to put the defenseman with this much upside, Anton Salayev, who will come up in a little bit, 6'7" elite skater. Artem Levshunov, we talked about last week, a big right shot D-man who is elite in his own right, just in terms of offensive upside. There's plenty of other guys who people want to, just because so I think there's probably some positional bias as well, but sure. Ivan Demidov, for me, it's easy number 2. And another tier, what he's doing in the Russian Junior League this year it's a joke. I think he went on a 6-game streak last month, where I think every game he had at least 4 points. It was just lighting it up, and there's a couple guys on his team that are going to be in this top 10. He is padding their stats. He is padding their stats. The shit he's doing this year, I've liked it more than I enjoyed watching Michkov. It's that level of upside, because he's got way more tools in his bag that he's elite at versus Michkov. Michkov is just ridiculous scoring, but Demidov gives you a little bit of everything. And he is just absolutely elite. So for me, firm number 2.
Now, I don't know. I don't think this is racist, but whatever. He looks a lot like Kaprizov in this photo. That's just a bonus point. But John Robinson, where will Demidov go in draft? Can we trade up? LOL. And to that point, Z, I know you mentioned that defensemen being heavy in this draft and that being a big need for a lot of teams. Sure, he could slide for that, but is the Russia factor a thing at all?
No,
is that something that's going to hurt his draft stock in any way?
No, I mean, I think at this point, I probably got at least 4 that I would be shocked if they didn't go first round. I think the Russian factor is over. The big thing with the Russian factor with Michkov was the fact that he was signed for a
10-year contract. Yeah.
yeah.
But so, what is the lowest you can conceivably see Demidov going?
5. I think he will go either 4 or 5. I do think teams will, because both Levshunov and Salayev are big, incredibly mobile, high upside D-men. I think we'll talk about him in a second, but I think the Salayev thing is a mistake taking him that high, even though he's got all the tools in the world. I understand the Levshunov thing, but I've got a whole lot of concerns about whether or not he's going to be able to do all of the things that he's very good at and make him an elite prospect. I have my own concerns about just like bringing that to the NHL level with the limitations that come with it. But I think I would see both of those guys going before Demidov. But if you do take those two before him, you can't justify passing on Demidov at 4. Like, you just can't. Like, he is outrageous.